What do you say?
Jay Michelson on behalf of Brittany Carter Gear.
So Nova is doing very well. She is thriving. She's meeting her milestones, meeting a lot of her goals actually early. She's growing. She's very interactive and interested in the world around her. She remains healthy and does very well in her kinship placement. And then parents were getting things started. I know we had a hiccup. Right now, they were evicted from their home, but they're working to find stable housing. Because of that, they had some issues getting to some of their services. But I know the last time we talked, they were trying to get those back scheduled so they can get back on top of those. My only concern is that they've only been to one of the drug screens out of many asked of them. And I have told them I'll provide transportation and things like that, but that's one of my biggest concerns at this time.
Okay, when was the last drug testing that we had on them? What, May or April?
April, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and my concern was in April, it looked like we had some positive at fairly high levels.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Where are we with, I know that Mom had been working on an IOP program.
Yes, she was in an intense outpatient program with Centacor. However, due to missing a week, they did kick her out of the program, but she was supposed to be contacting them to see if she could get back into that.
My relatives is her counselor and my.
Okay, I couldn't hear you, but let me finish with Ms. Cook, and then everybody will have a chance to talk. And has Mr. Green, and then Ms. Cook, has Mr. Green started any kind of drug treatment?
No, ma'am. He was supposed to complete an OSAR to get recommended to some sort of treatment, and he has not completed the OSAR nor started a program on his own.
Okay. All right, anything else, Ms. Cook?
No, ma'am.
Your Honor, if I may ask my client, I just had one question. Ms. Cook, we had a discussion with Ms. Zavala yesterday involving visitation. Do you have any recommendations as far as visitation going forward based on current status?
Right. And I think, you know, the lack of drug screening and the fact that the one that we did go to did have high levels at this time, just for I mean, she's 6 months old. So just for her safety, I think until we get a negative drug screen, suspending those.
You're fucking stupid.
Okay, Mr. Green?
I'm done.
Well, you may be done, but I'm not done with you.
No, well, no, ma'am. Look, this is my issue. You know what I'm saying? Like we're struggling out here.
Sit down and be quiet.
Let me finish talking to you.
Mr. Green, Mr. Green, sit down and be quiet. I will give you your turn, but that's not how this works. We don't just jump in whenever we want. This will be, sir, this will be orderly, or I will remove you from the proceeding. Do you understand? I will give you your chance, but you have to play by the rules. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Judge, do we have time
Mr.
for a
Green,
breakout room?
Mr. Green, listen to me.
What?
There is a court reporter that has to take down every word we say. And trust me, you want her to be able to do that. Okay? In case you have to ever go back and you need a copy of the record of this proceeding. And when you're talking over people or interrupting and getting up and moving away from a microphone, she can't do that. You know? So you have got to cooperate with the process. That's all I'm asking you to do. I will give you your fair opportunity and your attorney to talk with me about this But for now, I need you to sit there and stay silent. All right. Ms. Cook, anything further on that topic?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you, Ms. Cook.
Let me just ask, Ms. Cook, would St. Francis be amenable to virtual visitation with the child till we get some negative UAs?
Yes, we can make those virtual.
All right. Okay. Mr. Michelson.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Cook, has Brittany told you of some of the disruptive things that have been going on in her life presently?
Yes, yeah, she has let me know. I met with her early June. It's been kind of hard to get back in contact with them, but she did text me last night giving me some updates.
Okay. It's my understanding from her that she has a habit of breaking a lot of phones, and now the present service that they're on allows her to continue the same number. So hopefully that'll improve going forward. Has she talked to you about her father having a heart attack recently?
She told me yesterday evening, yes, sir.
Okay. And that was part of the reason for some of the disruption in her services. Did she explain that?
Not fully.
Okay. You indicated her last test was in April?
Yes.
Okay. And for a period of time, they were without a vehicle. Have you offered transportation for drug testing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Michelson, just anything else to report with respect to your client?
I think Brittany is trying to do the right thing, but she's really struggling. She had some issues with her counselor at Senecor. She felt like her counselor wasn't respecting her privacy by telling other people about her treatment. And she was upset about that. So there were some issues. She's trying to find a different treatment facility that's on the list that was provided to her. I know some of the services have been shuffled around, like Padre wanted her to wait to complete treatment before resuming Padre again. So I guess this would be another reshuffle of her services.
Ms. Cook, would like daily recovery be a possibility?
Yeah, I think what the OSTAR provider recommended is an inpatient program, but due to Brittany wanting to complete other services and continue her online courses for college, she agreed to a more intense outpatient program. So I think as long as, it qualifies as an intensive program, that we could work with that.
Okay.
I guess I also should indicate Miss Green has done, or Miss Carter has done well at visitation. Visitation has always been appropriate according to the reports. I guess I would hate to see that contact interrupted in terms of just virtual visits.
Okay, and I'll
Every word reveals how fragile the fight for reunification can be.
explain to parents what that's all about here in a minute. All right then, Mr. Nowak, any questions or anything to add today?
Just briefly, Judge. Tori, we had a Teams meeting 2 weeks ago. At that point, reunification was the goal. Is that still the goal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think, I'm not sure if it was you or another person that talked to that meeting that said when Johnny shows up at visitations, he is appropriate, correct?
Yes, when he shows, he is.
I think you covered this earlier, but they were recently evicted and that kind of put a road bump in the path to their services, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Tori, thank you so much, Judge. I'll pass the witness.
And Miss Cook, you said when he shows up, has he missed a lot of visits or just a few?
He's missed about half of them, and I believe most of that was due to him working out of town.
Okay. All right. Which we all understand has to happen sometimes. Okay. All right. Okay, Ms. Zavala, before I call on you, I want parents to understand what this discussion about visitation is all about. So, Ms. Carter and Mr. Green, because we've got positive drug screens at fairly high levels involving methamphetamine. Methamphetamine is transmitted skin to skin. And so, particularly with infants, it is very dangerous for them to have that kind of in-person contact with you if you're actively using. And the only way I know whether you are or you aren't is for you to show up to your drug tests. So if we move visits to virtual, so you still get to be able to see Nova, but it's for, this is for her safety. It's not about punishing you guys, but it's for her health and safety that I would entertain doing that. Because, for a 6-month-old, you potentially are exposing the child to the very harmful effects of methamphetamine, when you're holding her and you're touching her. And so, this is, just understand, this is generally the policy of my court, that until we have a negative UA, not a negative hair, but a negative UA, that we will conduct the visits virtually to protect the health and the safety of the child. Do you all understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Green, do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, again, don't take this that anybody's trying to punish you guys, but you all are going to have to, you got to get on board with getting to the drug tests. And as soon as we can get negative UAs, then I'm telling them they'll reinstate in-person visits with Nova. I mean, I'm encouraged that, visits are going well and you guys are doing well with her when you're there, but this is just a health and safety issue. So, you've got to get to your drug tests. If you have transportation problems, they'll get you there. So, if you're out of town working, Mr. Green, you got to communicate that to Ms. Cook, but you've got to be willing to get there like the next day or something, so, drug tests are supposed to be random, and, I don't have to explain to you why that is. So, we've got to have some cooperation about that. Okay, Ms. Zavala?
Yes, Your Honor. I got to visit Nova in person. She's doing great. I did have concerns because of the meth use and the direct contact. So that was going to be what I was going to request today. And again, UA, not hair follicle. It doesn't need to, but it sounded like parents were attempting to start what they needed to, and I hope that they continue. I'd like to see those visits continue or start back up right away. So I'm hoping the first UA is clean. But that was my concern. A second concern I had was just whether Nova was getting access to her older brother. It sounds like those visits were set up, have been available, and that maybe he lately has not wanted to take advantage of those, but I want to keep that door open. I know he is no longer in care, but I want to make sure, and I think everybody on the team wants to make sure that connection continues for her. And I think if and when he's ready for those visits again, I think everybody will help facilitate those.
All right, thank you. Okay. Mr. Green, is there anything else you want to tell me?
Yes, ma'am. Like I just want to say, ma'am, like I'm here busting my ass. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. I'm here busting my butt every day. You know what I'm saying? Like every day. And then when I lose everything, like I lose my whole family. And then these people are telling me they're here to help me, but they ain't help me do a damn thing but take me to a place to piss in a cup. That's the only thing they've helped me do. They
Well-
don't give a damn what happens to us after we leave that building. You know what I'm saying? Like they just matter on what they can write down on that piece of paper, man. And every time it's bad, it's something bad all the time.
Okay, you kind of slow down. You're talking very fast and you're not right in front of the microphone, so it's a little hard to understand you. So, Mr. Green, we are here to help. You've got a lawyer that's here to help you.
I've talked to him twice.
You've got a team of people that are here to help you, and all these services they're wanting you to do, those are people that are here to help you. So, you know,
Look, the services they send us is a piece of paper, and the only reason, the only way they'll help Brittany is if I'm not in the picture.
well, that's just not true. The goal is still family reunification, sir. So
Hey,
it's just
hey.
really important that you all start working on the services. Get in with the counselor, get in with these folks. And those appointments don't, fall out of the sky and happen overnight. So you gotta start lining things up.
Judge, may I ask a quick question?
Certainly.
Hey, Johnny, does your cell still end with 3894?
No.
Okay.
I left a voicemail yesterday and this morning. I guess I don't.
If you left a voicemail, I'll get it. Is your email still end with 15@gmail.com?
Yes, sir.
Would you do me a favor and pick up the email that I sent to you and reply back with your current cell number, please? And I'll get a hold of you and we'll get with Tori and we'll do everything we possibly can to help you get through these services, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. And Judge, thanks for letting me ask that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. Ms. Carter, anything else you want to tell me?
I guess what Johnny was trying to really say is it's not the services that we need that we're needing the help with. We're needing help with. We got evicted from our house and we had no warning about it. Our landlord sold the house from under us and took us to court, lied her butt off to the judge and said that she gave us eviction notice and all kinds of stuff, but we are current on our rent and everything because she was part of the housing association. He agreed with her and we had 6 days to get out of our house. No warning, nothing. And so you can't say we've been homeless because we've had somewhere to stay, but we can't, it's like we can't get our foot in the door to get into a place, like to get into another house. And it's been a struggle. And I know that's a serious thing in getting Nova back, is having a stable place for her. And Tori did send me a long list, and everyone I called on there, they were like single moms, single moms, single moms. They'd help me, but they wouldn't help me if I was with him. And that's what he was talking about.
Okay. All right. I've certainly heard that before. And I wish that there were more, opportunities for the family unit. And so we got to keep looking and you all got to just keep looking to try to find something. And I understand that may take you a while. But in the interim, there's some of these other things that y'all can be working on, and you need to be. The really important thing is that, you only have so much time to work these services. And I would have told you all that at the beginning of the case. You've got 12 months to try to get all these things done before we set a trial date. And sometimes there's a basis for me to extend your case by 6 months, but it's got to be, it's got to be a pretty big deal. Okay. So, the clock is ticking and I just don't want you all to run out of time. That's the thing. So talk to your attorneys about this. They will tell you more, and just, Ms. Cook, if there's any other suggestions we can help with housing, then, we certainly will try to share that information with you all.
Okay, thank you. Also, I just wanted to be known that we do have a vehicle now. We did get us a vehicle, and Johnny did get his LLC and his irrigation license to start his own business. So that's what he's been working on right now.
Okay.
I'm still doing school, so I'm still trying to focus on that more than anything.
Okay.
And also, if I could interrupt, your dad is having bypass surgery tomorrow, right?
Yes, it's either tomorrow unless they can get them in sometime sooner. It's emergency.
Okay, so you might be difficult to reach during the next couple days.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, understand that Miss Cook is going to be asking you all to go drug test. I'm not going to tell you when that is. That's up to her. I'm not going to court order it today because of your dad's situation. I want to be mindful of that. But at some point it's coming and y'all really, really need to go do that because that's the way you get to start seeing Nova again, in person. And we've got to know, are you guys making progress on the drug issues or are you not? Or do we need to do something more intensive? Okay. Because you can work all the other services, but if you guys can't stay away from the drugs, I can't send her back. I mean, I cannot send her into a home where there's active drug use.
That's
She's a
understandable.
baby.
Yeah.
She can't do anything for herself. And so it's just too dangerous and I can't do it. So I want to work with you. I want to work with you guys. Everybody wants to work with you guys, but you got to meet us halfway.
Yes, ma'am. I also wanted to let, I guess, you and Tori know that we're going to be staying at my dad's until he is better. Until he recovers from his surgery and everything, because we have my brother here who is autistic, so he needs somebody to kind of keep an eye on him and stuff and make sure he gets to work and stuff like that. So I've been staying here with him.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you've got good, stable place to stay, and that helps with everything. So
Yes, ma'am.
all right. And I hope everything goes really well with your dad.
Thank you.
All right, then. I am going to continue the department as temporary managing conservator, and I will continue the child's current placement. I would make a finding that it would be a continuing danger to return the child home at this time. I'll expect the department to continue to use reasonable efforts to reunify the family. I'm going to find that parents are in partial compliance with their service plans, and the main hangup there is the failure to go drug screen. So we're gonna turn that deal around, and y'all are gonna show up when we need you to. All right, then your next hearing will be October 16th of 2025, and that'll be on a 9 o'clock docket. Okay. All right, I appreciate y'all. Just hang in there. Take it one day at a time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
The judge makes it clear. Sobriety is the only key to moving forward.
All right, then I'll call cause number 98837D in the interest of Keenan Cordova. We're here today for our initial permanency hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause and agreement of the parties. We're live streaming, and Ms. Goodman is making our record. All right, then we will go ahead and take announcements.
Daniel Trout for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Erica Flores is my permanency specialist. We're present ready.
Your Honor, Cody Pirtle for respondent mother, Victoria Cantu, we're both present and ready.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of Keenan.
All right, then Ms. Flores.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll get an update from you.
Yes, Keenan is currently placed with his mom here in Amarillo. He's doing great. He's up to date with medical and dental, and he's a little firecracker for sure whenever I see him monthly. But he's doing great. He's attending daycare, gets along with the kids there. They just went out of town to Oklahoma, so they had a little vacation this week, or this week, yes. Other than that, Keenan is doing great.
Okay. All right. What about parents' progress?
Victoria was only court ordered to do DV classes and counseling. I did receive her certificate that she completed the domestic violence classes. I have not received anything from her counselor. She did text me this week and she mentioned she was going to get those sent over when possible. As far as dad goes, he's not been compliant with his family plan of service. The only thing that he's done on his family plan of service is 3 sessions with his therapist. Every other service has not been started. He was discharged from parenting classes. And that's the update for dad.
Ms. Flores, has he drug screened for you lately?
No, he has not. He has not gone in the past 2 months.
Okay. Are you asking for a hair follicle and a UA today?
Yes.
Okay. Has he started or called about his BIP evaluation?
No, he has not.
Has he had to do BIP for any of his criminal charges or probation?
I'm sorry.
Has he ever done BIP before? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it says he did do his psychosocial.
Yes, he did.
Okay. And he's done 2 sessions at Recovery Tree. Is that all?
3.
3 now.
He's done 3. Yes.
Still hasn't done his rational behavior.
No.
Okay. Do you know, I know you mentioned the parenting classes, they were supposed to start back up. You know whether he started those back up?
What they told me is that he was attending and then missed a few classes, and that led to him being discharged. He was able to start them back up if he called them back at a certain day and time, which I let him know, but it doesn't look like he did that.
Okay. All right. So at this time you would say mom's in compliance with her plan, but dad is not?
Yes, I just need to receive the therapy notes from mom, which she's taken care of.
And I believe we had a conversation on the therapy. Mom was attending some therapy before this case started. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And so if I remember correctly, at one of our last hearings, there were some things that mom didn't necessarily want us to have the notes due to prior sessions with that therapist. Is that correct?
That is correct. But after a while, she went ahead and was just like, she'll
Okay.
send them over. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So you're just waiting on confirmation on those.
Yes, sir.
Are you asking for anything else from mom today? Just to continue going?
Yes, sir.
And dad to start working his plan and for the drug screens?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else you need to notify the court of or feel the court needs to know today?
No, sir.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, and I do want to clarify, Ms. Flores, because I did order her to do the domestic violence support group and counseling. I additionally, though, required that she maintain contact, she maintain housing, job, transportation, sign all appropriate releases, meet with you, and allow access to the home and the child. Has she complied with all of those other things too?
Yes, ma'am, she has.
Okay. All right. So it was more than just the 2 things, really.
Oh, yes, I apologize. Yes.
It's okay. I didn't want anybody to get the wrong idea.
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay. All right. Very good. Then, Mr. Pearl.
No questions, Judge.
Okay. Anything to update us with respect to your client today?
No, Your Honor, she is working diligently on getting those therapy notes, and I'm trying to help her with that too.
Okay. All right. Okay, then Ms. Cantu, sounds like you're doing really, really great. So I just encourage you to keep at it, and I'm glad that this has worked out, really well so far. So I'm very, very pleased with the progress you've made and how things are going.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Cordova, anything you want to tell me today?
No, I would like to have more time with Keenan.
Well, I'd like for you to work some services.
Right? But after all, it's not like I was really abusing him.
Well, I guess that depends on how you define all that, but
And I haven't been charged like guilty of any crime yet, so.
Okay, well, we're not here to even talk about that. Okay, I mean, I made a finding that there obviously was abuse and neglect of the child, and so that's why we're here. But I can't hold your hand and make you go do these services. I'm going to order you to go drug test before 4 o'clock today, and that's going to be a hair and a UA, and your failure to appear is going to be deemed a positive result, just like it was the last 2 times you didn't show up. And so this is a court order. You're going to go drug screen before 4 p.m. today. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. Like I said, I just need more time with my son. So, I mean,
Well, I'm happy to talk to you about that when you're working your services. Go
I have
drug
been working
test
my
for me.
services. Yes, ma'am.
Go get these classes started, and show me that you're willing to put some effort into this. I mean, getting to see your son right now is a privilege.
That's crazy. Okay.
Well, I don't know. Doesn't sound crazy to me, but
I mean, it does. Like 1 hour a week. Yeah, you're putting a lot of stress on him. I'm sure this is gonna traumatize him more than whatever I've done, allegedly.
well, again, that's why, we want you to go to some counseling, why we want you to go to BIP, why we want you to go do some things so you don't find yourself back in this position. It's going to make you a better dad. I promise you.
Right, but it's not
So-
about me, it's about him.
Well,
Like-
no, it is about you too. You're his father, you're part of the family. It is about you. So, show us that you want to be a better dad. And that you want to be a responsible adult. So I think it's pretty clear what you need to do. Do you have any questions about what you need to do?
I mean, not really. Just
Okay.
sign up for these classes, I guess.
Yeah. And some of them take quite a while. So
Yeah, a
like,
long time.
like BIP, I mean, you're going to run out of time if you don't go get started on it. So it's all I can tell you is, you don't have all the time in the world on this stuff. The clock's ticking. Okay. And I've already talked to you about filling out paperwork to see if you qualify for a lawyer. And I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm trying to give you a free lawyer, but you got to fill out the paperwork for me.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then, Mrs. Zavala.
Your Honor, I got to meet with Keenan. Mom's been very cooperative with our office. He looked great, other than tired from a vacation, but I was really happy they got to do that. So he looked good where he is, and I recommend that continue with Mom. And glad that she's been working so hard. I do know Keenan's dad is important to him, and I really hope that Mr. Cordova starts working services, because I'd love to be recommending more visitation with him. So.
Okay. Then, as stated, I'm going to order Mr. Cordova to drug screen, a hair, and a UA before 4 p.m. today. I'm going to continue the department as temporary manager conservator of the child, and I will continue his current placement with the mother. I find mother is in compliance and that father is not. I find a continuing danger to return the child to Mr. Cordova at this time, or to increase his visitation due to his lack of working any services for us. I will see everybody back for our next review hearing, and that'll be on October 21st of 2025. That'll be on a 9 o'clock docket. So just to give you some perspective, Mr. Cordova, you've got till October to get a whole lot of things done, and that's not even our final hearing. So, you've got time to get this stuff done, but you're going to have to get busy.
Sort of. But all right.
Okay, then, I'll see everybody back in October.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
I will call cause number 99267D in the interest of Oakley and Axel Greuter. We are here today on a review hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause and agreement of the parties. We are live streaming, and Ms. Goodman is making our record. Okay, we'll go ahead and take announcements.
Daniel Trial for the Texas.
The judge makes it clear sobriety is the only key to moving forward.
On behalf of Axel and Oakley.
Okay, then, he's still not connected, so we're behind. I'm gonna go ahead and move forward. All right, Ms. Tidwell, you can give us your update.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning.
Since the court report has been e-filed, Mercy was able to move into her own apartment on June 9th, and that's in her name. She was also able to set up telehealth for her mental health to get back on her medication. And we did have an opportunity to go over her family plan of service to discuss the services that she needs to complete. And she's come up with a plan of action to do that. I think she just lacks a handful of services. She's still seeing Oakley and Axel for an hour a week. And my family support worker has reported that those visits are going well. She's on time. She's engaged in the visits. And she, was doing really well with Oakley and Axel. So that's my update with Mercy. And I can move on to Hayden if you would like.
Sure, let me just for the record, Mr. Morales is logged in, so he is present with us now.
Judge, I'd ask Mr. Tidwell a couple of things just while we're doing this. On mom, what services does mom have left to do?
So she needs to complete her anger management.
Okay.
She needs to complete her individual therapy. We discussed that. She's not happy with a male therapist, so we're going to try to locate a female therapist for her to move forward with. And I am asking, she has to do another OSAR for us. Because she states that she completed her Lydia Daily recovery, but unfortunately I don't have a certificate for that. She's not been able to give me one. So, but yeah, those are the services she has left to complete.
Okay. And you said she's getting back on track with TPC?
Yes, sir.
Let me see. She's finished the parenting. You want another OSAR, a second OSAR?
Yes.
Okay. And then follow the recommendations on that?
Yes, sir.
What about work? Mom's working?
Yes, she is currently working.
Has her own transportation?
She does have transportation and insurance, but because of a medical condition, she's not able to get a driver's license. She has epileptic seizures. So, yeah.
Okay. Any other concerns or anything we need to talk about on mom today?
Not on my end.
Okay. When we started this case, we had some criminal issues going on with both parents. Mom still pending on those?
Not discussed that. My apologies. I took over this case a couple of months ago, so I guess I wasn't aware of that.
Okay. All right. On to dad. I'll come back. I'll talk to mom in a minute. But as far as dad, where is he staying?
So dad is doing wonderful. I'm really proud of Hayden. He has completed all services except for BIP. And there was some issues getting his BIP classes started. I think we're on week 4 now. And that wasn't Hayden's fault. It had something to do with St. Francis getting the service authorizations over to family support services. He's not moved. He stayed in contact with me. We have increased his visits with Oakley and Axel. He's now getting 6 hours supervised a week with them. He does 2 on Thursday, 2 hours on Thursday, and then 4 hours on Saturday. And we just started the 4 hours on Saturday. This will be his 3rd week that he'll have the 6 hours with Oakley and Axel. So, and those visits are going well. Both children are very bonded to dad. So, we're moving towards hopefully unsupervised visits.
Okay. And the BIP is the only thing he is lacking.
That's it. Yeah. Hayden's done wonderful.
Drug screening, everything's going well.
Everything, both mom and dad drug screen for me. I did put on the court report what the results are. So mom and I discussed that, or let me not say mom, I apologize. Mercy and I we've discussed those results, and she has stated that those results are a result of her not being on her medication, and that as soon as she gets on medication, those results should change.
Did they screen this month for you so far?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What were the June?
So
the report only goes through May, so I was looking for the June.
Okay. Mercy's is pending. She drug screened June 20th, and I apologize. Hayden will go drug screen on Thursday.
This Thursday?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Are those just UAs?
Yes, sir. They just completed hair follicles for me last month.
Good deal. Any other concerns or requests of the court today?
No, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll pass the witness.
Ms. Tidwell, would it be appropriate, mom's making some progress, would it be appropriate to increase her visits?
Yes, ma'am. That would be great.
Okay. I assume nobody has any objection to that.
So you not.
I don't, Your Honor, as long as she's complying with her service plan and doing what the department's asking.
Yeah. And drug screen, Ms. Douglas, drug screening is so important when it comes to my decisions about visitation. So be sure to continue to comply with those so.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's increase the visits. Let's go to the 2 hours. And then if things continue to really go well, we can keep kind of moving upward. All right. Mr. Morales?
I have no questions for this witness, sir.
Okay. Anything to report on your client's behalf today?
Yes, and just briefly, Your Honor, and I'm sorry if I'm being repetitive here. I guess Zoom had an update and I started reading, and normally it would just start up. So you guys started and I didn't realize, I just kept on reading. So I hope I'm not repeating too much.
No, you didn't. I don't think you really missed very much at all.
Okay. But I did speak with Mercy. There's a few little discrepancies in the service plan that we wanted to address, and they may have been addressed. So I'm sorry if I'm being repetitive. But it was reported that she was living in the Relax Inn. She actually has an apartment now of her own. It also was reported that she doesn't have reliable transportation. She does have a vehicle now as well. She tells me that she was under the impression she did complete the daily recovery 12-week program. It says that she'd only done 6 weeks out of the 12. I do understand that there's another OSAR being requested, and we went over that. And she understands that the self-medication with the marijuana she's gonna stop that. She's trying to find different avenues. I don't know if this was addressed as well, but she has expressed some frustration with TPC. She says she's made several calls and doesn't get her phone calls answered. And so she wants more help, and she wants it more immediately. And so she's trying private avenues that she can afford. And so we're kind of exploring that. But one of those avenues we understand doesn't need to be obviously the CBD gummies or whatever that's making her test positive. But I think that's it. I think I needed to address those discrepancies. Other than that, she's doing really well. As far as the criminal issues, that was one thing that did slow her down, but she has resolved that. She had a few tickets. She sat out. She's taking care of all of her pending matters. And so now that with the stability, with having her own place, with having her vehicle, from my understanding, no more criminal charges, I think she should be able to go. And if there's a pending charge that I'm not aware of, that's possible. But from her understanding, she's sat out everything she needed to sit out. So,
if I may, real quick, Jerry, mom still has a pending ag assault with a deadly in County. It looks like Looks like there was a docket call last week on it. I don't know
Okay.
if she did something then and it just hasn't hit the system yet, but it's showing it's still an open case.
Okay, and she could be a little confused about that. We'll have a further conversation, obviously, about that. Other than that, Judge, I was gonna recommend mediation. I think both parents are making some significant progress. Like I said, Mercy, did have a few hiccups and had those criminal charges pending that slowed her down as well. But I think she's in a really good position now to really hit the ground running, and it seems like she's really enthusiastic to do so. And I know Dad's done well, so I think mediation would probably be good for this case.
Okay, and it's a standing order that y'all mediate, so it's time to start trying to get it on the books.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll assign a mediator. Miss Katie can probably tell us who that's
The judge makes it clear sobriety is the only key to moving forward.
going to be here pretty quick. Okay, Ms. Sapien?
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, I did talk to, or I've been in contact with him, but I talked to Hayden this morning. He was really upset. He thought court was at 2 today, not 10. I told him I would apologize on his behalf for him not being here today. He did have to work right now. I told him that it would be okay, and he's been very involved, and we're proud of him. So I do echo Ms. Tidwell's sentiments that he's done so well, and he's working on this last service of BIP. And I'm hoping that the unsupervised visits will start soon. So I don't have anything else, Judge. Thank you. Oh, one other thing. I did talk to him about mediation, and he understands what that is and is looking forward to it.
All right. And yeah, you can tell him it's never a problem if he has to miss court because he's working or has some other obligation that's important in this case. So that's fine.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Zavala.
Your Honor, I got to see both kids in person. It is fun getting to see them because they continue to make such great progress physically, and they were so behind at the beginning, and they're just doing really great. So I do recommend that placement continue for now. I understand that foster parent is the one helping to supervise over the weekend. I think she and Dad have developed a good relationship where he's, getting the information she has on the day-to-day needs of the kids and really trying to implement that in visits. That seems to be going really well. So it looks like we are headed in the right direction, and it's fun to see.
Right. Okay, then today we're gonna increase mom's visits to the 2 hours. I will order the case to mediation, and Ms. Katie sent a chat that will be with Pam Sermon. I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator and continue the child's current placement. I find there is a continuing danger to return the child home at this time, but we are very much headed in the right direction. Obviously, we expect department to continue to use reasonable efforts to reunify the family, and I think that's happening. So again, it sounds like everything's going well. Let's say mediation needs to occur before, like August 20th.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I was kind of curious what mediation is. Nobody really told me anything about it.
Well, just to try to answer that in a very short way, everybody gets together. You'll be there with your lawyer. Dad will be there with his lawyer. You'll probably be in different rooms. A mediator, who in this case is an attorney and actually a former judge, will go back and forth between you all and try to work out a possible final resolution. This department will be there with their people and their attorney. And, instead of just going to trial, which is scheduled for September 2nd of 2025 on a 9 o'clock docket, and just leaving everything up to me, you guys have some control at mediation in trying to help make some decisions and what everything's going to look like when we get out of this. So that's kind of a short answer. Your attorney,
Yes, ma'am.
your attorney can certainly give you more detail.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I encourage it. It's a great process, and I firmly believe in it. So hopefully, that'll go well. Okay, then. So I will see y'all back for trial unless you got an agreement or something maybe very short. But I think we got, everybody in this case is involved. Everybody's, stepping up. So I expect we'll have everybody that we need there for mediation, and maybe that'll work out.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Judge, can I speak to Jerry? May I speak to Jerry just real quick?
Sure.
I know we're behind. It won't take just a second.
Okay. I'll start getting people in.
And Your Honor, I'm going to step down the hallway while they're doing that.
Sure. We'll give Ms. Goodman a quick break too.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, room 1.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. And Ms. Douglas, you're free to go.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, I will call cause number 99254 in the interest of Kiana Johnson. We're here on a review hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause and agreement of the parties. We're live streaming. Ms. Goodman is making our record. Okay, we'll take announcements.
Daniel Trial for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Sterling Mendoza is my permanency specialist. We're present, ready, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm Tate Eldridge. I represent the mother, Truzelle Moore. I'm present, ready, and apparently she's not here.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the child.
Okay, I do not have either parent in the waiting room. Okay, we'll get an update from Ms. Mendoza, I think.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Mendoza, do you have any updates since the court report was filed as far as mom or dad?
No, mom did let me know. I keep asking her about inpatient. She let me know she did do the call. I asked her yesterday or Friday, if she had gone in because she wanted to go after the holiday. I asked her and I still haven't received a message back from her.
Okay, and when you say after the holiday, you mean the 4th, July 4th?
The Juneteenth holiday. She wanted to go
okay.
after that. And so I keep asking her, but I haven't heard anything.
Okay. What services, other than that, what services does mom need to finish up?
She needs to complete an OSAR assessment. Oh no, she completed that. I apologize. She completed that and it was recommended for her to do inpatient.
Okay.
And she has not done that. She needs to complete a psychological. I looked for it. She stated she completed one. I looked for it in the our filing system and it's not there. So she still needs to complete that. And she needs to complete individual counseling, as well as the random drug screens. I did send her at the beginning of the month and she did not participate in that.
Okay. Are you asking today for mom to drug screen today by 4 o'clock?
Yes.
Do you need a hair follicle and a UA or just UA? What are you asking?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you do have, has mom been staying in contact with you?
It was pretty consistent at first. And then here lately it's been iffy.
Okay. As far as visits right now, what's the situation on the visits?
So visits were started again. Well, they were supposed to start again 2 weeks ago. The same rules were going to apply, that she needs to get on the call 45 minutes early so that foster mom can leave work, get Kiana, get her set up, so that foster mom doesn't have to miss so much work. She has not done that. This Friday will be her 3rd one. If she misses, visits will be paused again until she meets with me in person.
Okay. And so has she not signed on at all? Or has she just completely missed it?
No, she hasn't signed on at all. I sent a link to her email. I let her know, and then I let her know that the visit was canceled. After she didn't sign on, and she questioned as to why it was, with the visit being at 9 a.m. And I just informed her that the same rules were going to apply, and I informed her a week prior that she would have to do the 45 minutes, just because she had missed so many before.
Okay. And so this, just from what you're saying, this is not a situation where mom doesn't know the rules and doesn't know she needs to be signing on early. She's just not doing it.
No. Yes, sir.
Um, any other concerns or requests of the court as to mom right now?
Not at this time, just what's been ordered before, the inpatient and the drug testing and completing services.
So she just needs to get her services done and
Yes.
start complying with the visitation guidelines.
Yeah.
And you would also ask for the drug screens today.
Yes.
Okay. As to, has mom given you any other name of a possible father?
She did ask about a
Hope rises with visits, but mediation may change it all.
paternity test that the previous caseworker had informed her would be being conducted. I haven't seen anywhere that this is being completed. She did give me a name, Perry Mitchell. He's currently incarcerated. And so I plan to work on getting that paternity because I didn't see anywhere that this was going to be completed.
And you said that was Perry Mitchell?
Yes.
Okay. Have you had any contact with Marvin Price?
No.
Okay.
She didn't give me that name.
Okay. That name, he's pled into the case at this time. He's been served, but you've had no contact with him?
No.
Okay. And it looks like, Perry Mitchell, let me check real quick, Judge. I think we did a paternity test on him. And I think he is out. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure I'm correct on that.
Well, we had a Mr. Johnson pled in initially.
Yes, ma'am. I think in April, I think on Perry Mitchell the third, we non-suited. Yes, that paternity evaluation came back on Perry Mitchell, who is not the father, and we filed a non-suit back in April on that one. Looks like it was signed in 1st of May.
Yeah, I'm looking. We had him pled in. He was served. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And we got a new name of Marvin Price. He was pled in and we got him served May 13th. But I don't know that any other communication's been had with him since then.
Okay, but we don't need to worry about Mr. Mitchell anymore.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That one's been ruled out.
All right, but we just haven't had any kind of meaningful contact with Mr. Price other than getting him served.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
So Ms. Mendoza, we'll just get in contact with us since you're not aware of him, but we will get you that information if you don't have it.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Child doing well?
Yes, she's eating more solids. The foster mom was given the okay to kind of start weaning her off of the formula and doing more regular whole milk. The doctor wants her off by 1 or by the time she's walking, whichever comes first. She's loving food. There was at first where she just didn't really like it, but she's doing so much better with it. She's starting to crawl. She's hitting all her milestones, so there's no concerns.
Okay. Anything else you need to update the court on today?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Eldridge?
I don't have any questions, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, then, Ms. Zavala.
Ms. Mendoza, is it correct that the last time mom has visited with her daughter was September?
She told me December of 2024. But looking at the record, September does sound right.
Okay. And the reason we're asking her to log on so early, there were, is it 18 visits where foster mom went and got the child, got ready, and mom didn't appear?
Yes.
Okay.
I did ask foster mom if it would be easier for her to change the visits to when she's off after work so it doesn't mess with Kiana's schedule so much, because I know that was a concern for foster mom, which is completely understandable. She did inform me just to wait until this visit this week and see how it goes, and then we'll figure that out from now on. So, or from after that. So it may change to when she gets off after work, depending with her schedule and stuff.
So after mom got back in touch with you, it sounds like she was kind of not communicative with the previous caseworker. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Okay. You have had contact with her since that time. Has she appeared for any visitation?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
All right then.
Judge, if I may, due to the inconvenience for a foster family, and if we've had that many missed visits, I would ask to stop visits until mom gets more compliant with her service plans.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big concern. That's obviously been a problem all the way through the case. So, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger and just stop them. So you need, Ms. Mendoza, you need to try to let her know before that visit that I've stopped them because of her no showing and not complying with the rules and not working her service plan.
Yes, ma'am. I'll let her know as soon as.
I am going to order her to drug test today, hair and UA before 4 o'clock. Failure to appear will be deemed a positive result. And, that's further concern about moving forward with visits. I know these were virtual, but if she'll drug screen for us and start, participating, then we can always get those set back up.
Yes,
ma'am. Okay, then I will continue the department as temporary managing servitor and continue the child's current placement. I'd find there's a continuing danger to return the child home at this time. And of course, we expect the department to continue to use reasonable efforts with the family. And our trial in this case is set for August 22nd of 2025. Have y'all set up a mediation?
I have not yet, Your Honor, and I have it as August 26th, Your Honor. Am I off on that one?
No, I think I just said it wrong.
Okay.
August 26th.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what was so special about August 22nd. I have no idea, but I clearly just said the date wrong. So, yeah, so August 26th on a 9 o'clock docket. So we need to get y'all to mediation.
Yes, ma'am.
Or at least attempt it. I understand, Mr. Eldridge, you can't do it without a client, but we'll see what we can do. Mr. Price has been served, so.
Yes, ma'am.
There's that. So I don't know whether we probably don't have time to even get genetic testing done, even if he surfaced for us to do it, but.
Hey, Judge, I don't know what to do about this. I have 3 Social Security hearings on August 26th, kind of spread out that they set them way in advance on me and they don't let me move them.
Okay.
I got one at 8:30, one at looks like 1:30 and no, one at 2 and one at 3:30. It kind of spread out through the whole day that day.
Okay.
I don't know what to do about that.
Well, let me just see if Miss Katie can find an alternate date. that's
Okay,
something
sorry
close
about
to
that.
No, I mean, it's just, I appreciate you letting me know this far in advance. We can make it work if it's this far in advance.
For whatever reason, I can't do a motion for continuance. They don't let me change any of the dates at all. They, unless I'm, I don't know, dying or in the hospital, I suppose, but otherwise they won't move them for me.
Okay.
And they don't ask me if I want to settle. They just settle. So
She's looking at August 19th.
oh, is that okay? I see that.
Will that work?
Can we do the afternoon by chance? I got a case with you in the morning, and then I've got a 10:30 Social Security hearing, and then I'm free the rest of the day.
How long do those usually take you?
About 45 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, Miss Katie, can we do it in the afternoon? Yes, she says.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to be a pain. I
No,
don't have
it's
much
okay.
control over these.
I mean, sometimes on the finals, sometimes it's just easier to shift them to the afternoon anyway. So, but that's fine.
And I like how I look at my schedule, like I'm not gonna be with you anyway, so. But yes, that date works for me in the afternoon.
Okay. All right. So August 19. We're gonna do 1 o'clock or 1:30.
Whichever works for me, it doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah, I can do either one.
Let's just roll at 1 o'clock then.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, you bet. All right, thank y'all, and everybody have a good rest of your day, unless you're still with me, and then I can't promise anything.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
You guys take care.
Thanks.
Thanks, Dick.
Missed visits, halt reunions, court demands action fast. The child's future hangs on choices mom must make right now. And that's all for today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.